Now the second feature in the brainstorming area is the character generator. At first this window looks a little bit complicated, but it's really not. These are just controls that help you determine how much of the character generation process is automatic and how much is under your control. Let's go over them one by one. The number of new characters can either be random or anything you choose, up to 14. You might also choose to modify existing characters that you may have developed elsewhere in the software, or to leave them alone. If you check it, they might be modified. If you leave it unchecked, they're protected. Gender distribution could be random, or favor male, female, be even between the two, or not be assigning genders at all. You might have it assign character names, and if you do, it's got a huge database of names, some ordinary and some quite unusual. Unfortunately, right now you can't get into that database to see what they are and pick one for yourself. If you want character names to be assigned, it'll have to be automatic. Same thing with character icons, it can automatically assign them, but of course you can get to those yourself and assign them in the casting window under the Characters button. Assigning character elements can either make them archetypal or complex or anything in between, favoring the traditional or coming up with something a little bit more unusual. Now if you have some existing characteristics assigned to characters, then this will be highlighted instead of grayed out, and you'll be able to honor those current characteristics if you choose, or have them modified as well. And if you want to make sure that all of the elements that are available, every single character element in the software is assigned to one character or another, then you can click here. After you've made all your choices about how much of the character generation process is going to be automatic and how much under your control, it's time to hit the Generate button. When you do, a list of characters is generated based on the parameters you selected. Now if you're satisfied with this list, simply hit the OK button, and these characters will then appear throughout the software, specifically under the character tile on the main Dramatica desktop, where you can modify them, add some, delete some, do whatever you like to bring them into shape with the characters you intend for your story. Now if you aren't satisfied with these characters, simply hit the Generate button as many times as you need to finally come up with a list of characters you do like. And if none of the lists strike your fancy, you can always go back to the Revert position and change the parameters so that when you generate again, other kinds of characters will be created instead.